Well, tonight the countdown is on for Mayor Adams to decide if he plans on switching to the Republican Party. He has until 5 o'clock tomorrow night. Now, earlier today, I spoke with the Republican chairman for the Bronx, who says that the mayor called him on Monday, obviously exploring this possibility. The chairman told the mayor that he did not have time for small talk, and he just laid it out for the mayor.
I cut right to the chase.
Mike Rendino is the head of the Republican Party in the Bronx. He says Mayor Adams called him Monday afternoon, obviously exploring the possibility of switching to the Republican Party to run for re-election.
I was very blunt with him. I said I didn't have time for pleasantries or to do dinner.
Instead, Rendino told the mayor that he has just two paths forward to have any shot of winning the primary election in June. One of those options involves what is called a Wilson-Pakula authorization.
There's two ways that Mayor Adams can run. One is a Democrat with a Wilson-Pakula, which is an authorization from Republican Party leaders to run as a Democrat on the Republican line. And the other is if he changes his voter registration by 5 o'clock tomorrow to Republican.
That means the mayor has 24 hours to make a decision.
I told him he was not getting a Wilson-Pakula, which is the authorization. It would be next to impossible for the party leaders to sign off for him to run as a Democrat in the Republican primary. His only choice is to change his voter registration and come back to the Republican Party.
Mayor Adams was a registered Republican back in the 1990s. Switching to the Republican Party would pit the mayor against Republican Curtis Sliwa, who will likely run for mayor again.
It's his only chance. He can't win a Democratic primary. His only chance is to change Republican, and we welcome him to do that.
Illuminati is a thing you need to watch out for. They want to depopulate and slave us so much more. World domination, I'll get into that later. I'm hardcore, fierce and sexy. You're just a hater. You deserve the ridicule because you're an absolute zero. I'm the keeper of the chalice, a rock and roll hero. I'm not an idiot nobody listens to, because I'm not a failure in life like you. Let's talk about Bill Gates and the mark of the beast and the orgies in the streets at the Catholic feasts and Bill and Hillary's human trafficking ring. And George Soros got the money to pay for everything. Socialism is for losers, working for the devil, chumps that can't fight, they ain't on my level. It takes an evil one to try to debunk a doubter, so I'd rather die than stop talking about it. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out for the Illuminati. The answer to that question, will Eric Adams switch parties before running for re-election as mayor of New York City from Democrat to Republican, lies as follows. Now, the report you saw at the beginning was from Fox News, and that was from 2 days ago, which means the 24-hour deadline since that report came and went. And Adams decided that he is going to continue to run as a Democrat without the endorsements from the Republican Party. Republican Party, I'm guessing, had already committed to backing up Curtis Sliwa as the Republican Party chair from the Bronx had explained. They're not backing up Adams, so I'm assuming it's because they're backing up Curtis Sliwa, who is in fact confirmed as a Republican candidate or Republican hopeful for mayor of New York City, which most likely will have him as the lead candidate on the Republican ticket for mayor. Now, on Adams' side, he could likely be facing a primary against disgraced former governor Andrew Cuomo. Now, Andrew Cuomo has so much baggage, but people love to be nostalgic. They want to be nostalgic. Oh, his father ran for mayor,
and failed against Ed Koch. His father was lieutenant governor, and his father was a 3-term governor, and he was a governor himself. So why not make him mayor? And it'll vindicate the failure of his father to win the mayoral election, or even the Democratic nomination for mayor of New York way back in the 70s. But this isn't about the legacy of Andrew Cuomo's father, Mario. It's about the tainted legacy of Andrew Cuomo. This is a man who had legitimate reasons to not be governor of New York anymore, but left for bogus reasons. He got caught up in the Me Too scandals. He was seen, kissing and touching women inappropriately. Give the guy a break on that end. He's Italian. But it doesn't change the fact that he killed grandmas in old age homes by cramming COVID positive patients into these nursing homes, into these old age homes. And senior citizens died. Senior citizens died by the hundreds, possibly even thousands, because of Andrew Cuomo. And nobody who lost their grandmother in an old age home while Cuomo was governor should vote for Andrew Cuomo. You vote for who you want, okay? But heaven forbid you lost a loved one while Andrew Cuomo was governor. I'm sorry to say, indirectly, Andrew Cuomo was responsible for that. I'm sorry to say. Well, I'm not trying to play on anybody's grief or bereavement or what have you, but all the stats show that he could have put these COVID patients elsewhere instead of cramming them into old age homes, killing off senior citizens who are more susceptible to die from COVID, as they obviously did die from COVID. Now, Eric Adams should rightfully, he's not a great mayor. Let's be real with that. He wasn't a great mayor, but he should rightfully win in a Democratic primary over Andrew Cuomo. He should rightfully, because, one was inept and had inactions. He had words that he spoke against the Biden policies, but he was too complicit and compliant, and allowed New York City to be the sanctuary city that let these ruthless killers among the trespassers to come in with these trespasses. So he spoke out against it, but still allowed for it to happen. That's one thing. And yes, it did result in murders not only in New York City, but in various parts of the country. Like, some have been caught in New York, released. They went to places like Maryland and committed rape and murder. And let's not forget, Laken Riley's killer was in jail in New York, got released, went to Georgia and killed Laken Riley. So, but in spite of these murders, less people died from these murders because of Eric Adams than people have died from COVID because of Andrew Cuomo. Neither one of them is a prize package. but Eric Adams should get the Democratic nomination so he could lose to Curtis Sliwa in the general election. Curtis Sliwa deserves a shot. He's given his whole life to safety in New York City. He's spoken out on his radio show against crime that literally runs rampant because of the Democrats. And I'll say that again, crime runs rampant because of the Democrats. So, yes, you could, in the primary, elect whichever Democrat you want, under which crime runs rampant because of, but that Democrat must lose to the Republican nominee for New York mayor. They must lose. We can't afford any Democrat in City Hall in the coming years. And I'm backing up Curtis Sliwa, man. Curtis Sliwa, man, the Guardian Angels were a household name when I was a little kid growing up. And they went about things in a strategic way within the confines of the law. You had a Democratic mayor. You know, people love Ed Koch, but the Democrat in him came out and he tried to label the Guardian Angels as vigilantes. I do believe things eventually patched up between Ed Koch and the Guardian Angels, but the Guardian Angels have proven themselves to be a strong task force that was on the side of law and order all these years. Curtis Sliwa proved himself to be on the side of law and order all these years. And I believe wholeheartedly Curtis Sliwa will make a great mayor that'll bring the crime down in New York City. We need a good mayor that'll bring the crime down in New York City. And the last mayor most famous for bringing crime down in New York City was Rudolph Giuliani, who supports and endorses, beyond a shadow of a doubt, Curtis Sliwa, as he did during Sliwa's last mayoral run. And a lot of big names are supporting Curtis Sliwa. The before named Giuliani, yours truly, world famous artist and relentless patriot Scott LoBaido, fellow ABC radio host Sid Rosenberg, who may put in a bid for Senate next year. So you have a lot of people that are supporting Curtis Sliwa for mayor. And wait till the big shoe drops come summertime. I believe by the summer, beyond the shadow of a doubt, Curtis Sliwa will get an endorsement from Donald Trump. I foresee that, because Donald Trump loves his rallies, man. He loves his rallies. You're going to see him in the Bronx one more time this summer, I predict, where he's going to give Curtis Sliwa his endorsement. Or he may even do that rally in Manhattan. Who knows? But either way, I foresee Trump physically coming into New York to give an official public endorsement of Curtis Sliwa by summertime. And we need people like Curtis Sliwa. I don't care what party Eric Adams tries to switch to, which he decides to run as a Democrat to go head to head with Cuomo. I don't care if it's Eric Adams or Andrew Cuomo that gains the Democratic nomination. We can't afford to have a Democrat, man. We can't afford to have a Democrat. Curtis Sliwa, baby. That's who we need in City Hall. And since he announced his candidacy, I announced my endorsement for Curtis Sliwa. Respect God, watch out for the Illuminati, Follow and share this content. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Stay strong. Keep kicking that slang. It's your boy in the building. Hardcore, fierce, and sexy. Hip-hop legend, recording engineer, underground rock and roll hero, MC Too Tall. And you be good.